local man with ties to 9/11 has a new best friend and a new leash on life.
I can still, visualize the smoke coming up from the ashes.
This time of year is hard for James McDonald. It reminds him of Angus, his German shepherd who died 2 years ago.
Angus was an all-around dog. He was a Schutzhund dog. And to take a dog that is trained to attack on command, and he could do, same as police work and tracking, and then take him to a hospital where there are children in bed or nursing homes, and kids can put their arms around him, kiss him. That's very rare.
Together, they not only searched for lost loved ones in Katrina, but combed the rubble of the Twin Towers for the victims. And those images McDonald will never forget.
Because of the high intensity of the heat and the fires, a lot of the concrete just crumbled and iron girders just twisted.
And while there are no pictures of the chaos at Ground Zero inside McDonald's home, they constantly replay in his mind.
People were, angry that they weren't searching more for, they were saying bodies, but they were really just body parts, because an explosion and then being crushed and everything, there's hardly not too much to identify.
McDonald, a former Michigan officer and dog training expert, trained the original Hollywood Old Yeller and says that experience helped him make Angus even better at search and rescue.
And the dog has to know all these hand signals. And then, so studio training really taught me a lot about distractive training. And when you train around and in front of distractions, you get a much better trained and reliable dog.
And while McDonald couldn't protect his best friend from breathing in the toxic dust covering the Twin Towers, he was able to protect Angus's paws.
I booted up my dogs, most of the dogs that went through their search, but there was a lot of glass, of course, from the building that was shattered, and a lot of those dogs ended up with cut pads on their feet. Mine didn't, because I always get mine used to wearing boots.
And McDonald says to cope with the 9/11 memories, he wrote a children's book.
I got a lot out of my sadness and so on in writing this book, because I knew it would help children growing up, and the general public would look more favorably upon the use of dogs in police work.
And more recently, McDonald decided it was time to honor Angus's memory by adopting Colin. And McDonald says he has high hopes for his new friend.
I got him when he was 9 weeks. So I can't really compare him on a scale of that, but I'm sure I can come pretty close.
For CBS Detroit, I'm Catherine Larson.